Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Parker, why are you in your car?
Where are you going? What are you doing? I have a simple yet obvious answer for you. I am not going anywhere because we can't go anywhere. We're still in, what do they call it? A panoramic. My car is basically where I can talk my shit, act up, be as loud as I want, and my family doesn't have to hear me. I just drove to the local park and I'm gonna tell you guys a little story time. Now, I don't really tell story time videos, but this has kind of been on my mind recently because I've been doing a lot of reflecting on myself, trying to find myself, if that makes sense. And then I was like, oh my God, like you're joking. For as much as it doesn't seem like it would affect me or be like life-changing, it low-key kind of does. So this story trails back all the way to the good times, 2016, okay? 2016, my prime, well, not my prime, but I just got my license. I was driving my friends everywhere. We were living the teen life. And we're like, how could we better our lives? We always go to the mall, we always take photos, we always go eat, we always go to the beach. Like, what else could we do to stimulate our life? What could we do to just make it to the top? So we're like, well, we've always wanted to be like superstars, you know? Why don't we go and like search up talent agencies and we'll just like show up? I don't know why we thought this was gonna happen, but we were just gonna show up and they'd be like, oh my gosh, you're the next big thing. Miley, get out of the way. Selena, move. No, it just doesn't work that way. But for some reason, we thought it did. So we search up, do some research, and we're like, oh my God, there's one like literally 20 minutes away from our house. Bitch, get in the car, we're going. We're driving, and on the way we call because we're like, well, maybe we should like tell them we're coming, or like maybe we need to make an appointment. I don't know. So we're like on the phone, no one answers. Doesn't even answer. We're like, okay, try and call again. No one answers. So we're like, whatever, we'll just show up. Like show up and show out. We still end up driving to this place and it brings us to an apartment complex. So that was probably our first red flag when no one answered the phone of the talent agency that we were calling. We continue to go to the apartment, not the apartment, the talent agency. We're like driving around. I'm like, bitch, where the fuck? Where is this place? She's like, I don't know. So we end up just parking and we're like walking around this apartment complex. First off, why are we in an apartment complex? Second off, where is the place? Like we can't find the unit. So we continue to look for this place, can't find it. Walking around 2-3 times, cannot find it. So eventually there's this like weird sketchy walkway with like a whole bunch of trees and plants, and it's like very kind of just scary. At the end is the door we're looking for. Oh my gosh, we found it finally after like 20 minutes of walking around this apartment complex. We go and we knock on the door. Why? I don't know. I'm like the biggest scaredy cat when it comes to stuff, and when it comes to life in general, I'm like scared of literally everything. So I don't know why we knocked on this apartment door. We don't even know who's there. We're just trusting that it's the talent agency. We knock on the door and some old lady, like old ass, like I'm talking wrinkles lady. She answers the door and she's like, hello? We're like, hi, is this like the talent agency? We tried to call but no one answered, so we just showed up. Like we're wondering if we got like information. And she's like, today I'm doing my taxes. You like, what do you want? Sorry, but like we're here, so can you stop your taxes? Like, I don't know. We're talking to her at her door and we're just like, well, we just want like information on the company, like what it takes to get signed, advice, blah, 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 all that. And she's like, all right, like come inside. Hold up, tell me why we went into this lady's house and it was literally her house. And then she had just like an office with like a couple desktops and she was like running a talent agency out of like her apartment. I don't know, kind of sketch, kind of shouldn't have been there and should have saw that as like another red flag. We're sitting there, she's like talking to us. We're like, oh yeah, we want to get into acting, all this, like blah, blah, blah. And she's like, okay, well, you guys are not the main characters. We are the main characters. Who are you to tell me I'm not a main character? Are you joking? She goes, you could maybe be like a supporting role. Points to me. You could play like the nerd, but like never the popular kid. And I was like, what? I wasn't gonna be like, are you Pokemon? And like start a fight, but like I know my face got red and I was embarrassed and I was annoyed. I'm like, okay. And she like points to my friend. She's like, you could be the bully maybe, or like the mean kid. Full on like talking down on us, being like, you'll never be the main character. You could be supporting, like maybe an extra. We're going on, and she's like, do you guys know fluent Spanish? No. I took Spanish in high school, didn't pass. Don't know Spanish, okay? There's a lot of people that go throughout this life that are successful that don't know Spanish. I know it can give you an upper hand on things, but like personally, I don't know it, okay? I've downloaded Duolingo. I just can't, it's hard. So we're like, no, like why? She's like, oh, well, then you'll never make it in the industry because you need to know fluent Spanish in order to get any role today. TV today, you need to know fluent Spanish. And I'm like, All the TV shows that I watch are in English, like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon.
Unless you're in like a different country that speaks Spanish.
But we're not. Why do I need to know fluent Spanish? Come back to me when you guys know fluent Spanish and then maybe we can work out a deal. But you, like, you're kind of ugly, like your braces, like it's just kind of nerdy for me, and like I don't think you're gonna get a big role.
Don't ever fucking play with me.
Did she just call me ugly? Are you joking? Hold up. This lady just called me ugly straight to my face, and I couldn't even do anything about it because I'm in her house. I disrupted her taxes, her day. I'm taking up her time, and she's like kind of doing us a favor by giving us advice. Air quotes on the advice. That's not even advice. She's literally roasting us and saying it's advice. Like, okay. Just that talent agent being like, you're ugly, you'll never get a big role. It's like, okay, now I just think I'm ugly. I know I'm not the hottest person in the world, but I know that I'm not ugly. What was your motive? Like, are you trying to get the smoke? Are we trying to brawl out in your little office living room right now? Like, what? Do you thrive off of hurting people's feelings? Because it seems like that. Ever since I was little, I've always wanted to do acting, and like this lady straight up told me that I'm too ugly in a way to even get a big role. Obviously, constructive criticism is a thing, and like I'll take it, but you don't need to straight up be like, you're ugly. What do I do about that? Then I'm gonna go like grow up and get all this plastic surgery to make myself look good when it's like one lady's opinion. I don't know why I let it affect me, but it literally affected me for so long. I hated my braces. I hated like everything about how I looked. Words can scar people's lives, and I was scarred for at least a couple of years after. She was not holding back, and I honestly think it was because we disrupted her taxes. I still think about it to this day, and that's what irks me, is like she really got under my skin enough to make me still think about it to this day. Like, I know what she said is like not true. I'm gonna prove her wrong. You know what? I'm gonna get a big role. I'm putting out in the universe right now. I'm gonna be the main character in a movie or a TV show or some feature film or something just to get back at her. I have never done therapy, but maybe these storytime videos are therapy in a way because I'm just like ranting. Storytimes, rants, if you guys want to see that, please. Honestly, I'm gonna make them anyways. If you don't want to watch them, cool. I just need a therapy session, and I'm not trying to pay thousands of dollars for someone to be like, tell me how you feel, sit back in the chair. Like, no. I'll grab my camera, I'll go to the park, and I'll just scream. My mind is everywhere right now. I have no idea what to think, what to say. I hope you could keep along with this story. There's kind of like not much to it, but kind of a lot of substance. Like, not much happened, but like a lot happened to me, and I had to go through it for 10 years, and you guys don't understand. I'm just gonna end the video there. I really have no idea what to say. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you turn on the post notification bell, because I will be probably uploading story times, rants, whatever, you know, chit chats, little therapy sessions, I guess. Also, comment down below if you too have been verbally assaulted by a talent agent. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. If you're watching this video,
I'm coming for you.